All right, great comment came in and everybody should hear this. With all due respect to you, brother, but I have learned that running as an owner-operator for any company that also has company drivers leaves owner-operators with leftover loads. So is it true that if you're an owner-operator working for a fleet that has their own trucks, do you get the leftover loads? I really want to answer this, what happens with a lot of the fleets that I know, and then I'll go into what happens here at ET Transport. So yes, we have 100 power units. Of them, 25 are owner operators and maybe another 25 are lease operators. So lease purchase program and owner operators. So should you come in to work for a fleet that has their own power unit? So a lot of people are under the mindset, absolutely not. I truly do not agree with the statement. Why? Because I know what we do here at ET Transport, and I know what a lot of other companies do. So here at ET Transport, dispatchers are responsible for their 10, 12 guys. Now, they don't know the difference between who's an owner operator and who's a company driver. So they have their list. Now, they also have their metrics and their goals. Now, a lot of the other companies that I know have the same thing. They have their target rates. Doesn't matter which loads you give who, but the dispatcher himself has target rates that he needs to hit. For example, ours has to hit on average 11,000 miles per unit for that dispatcher. So if a dispatcher has 10 units that he's in charge of, those 10 units, for him to hit his bonuses, every single one of those units have to have 11,000 miles per month at the bare minimum. And also they have targets for rate per mile. So for example, in our fleet, we pay owner operators rate per mile. We pay lease operators a rate per mile. They don't care about fluctuations. They don't care about high paying loads, low paying loads. They get paid for empty miles and loaded miles. Obviously, over the last 18 months, those rate per miles have gone down even to $2 per mile. But still, the owner operator did not get affected at all. Why? Because the rate per mile for the owner operator is the same, because we, the company, take all on-road expenses on ourselves, and the owner operator only pays for the fuel and he pays for the repairs and maintenance of his truck. So if you're an owner operator, you just need to find a good company. Yes, there are a lot of bad companies out there, but as an owner operator, you can find companies that will treat you well and will treat you the same, whether it's a company driver or an owner operator. The loads are first in, first out. All the owner operators are in the same lineup as the company driver. Usually there are a lot more loads than there are drivers. Now, what do we do with the excess loads? Well, we give it to the people that park in any one of our yards. So we do have an influx of outdoor storage in Concord and in Moncton and in Brampton, Ontario, and soon to be in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, for those that are parking inside our yards, they get the first right of refusal on loads. Well, there you have it. That's just my opinion. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Please leave the comments down below. And if you're interested in the parking, just write parking in the comment and I'll get you over some information about our yards.